Hey guys, what's going on? Larp1TiKaL here. Ignore the sound, I'm currently underneath a Cuban missile silo, not to be confused with didnt the dog striker. Unfortunately, they've also confiscated most of my funds as I spent the rest of what I usually had on this finely plated gold background, if you couldn't tell. And today we're going to be ranking the content creators in the Larpiverse. Spoiler, a lot of these guys are going to be S tier simply because they're just that good. And no, I'm going to do this just to clarify. I'm not the best LARPer out there. Actually, I'm far from it. However, I don't know. I'm just doing this anyway. It seemed fun. So, starting off, we have Larp1TiKaL. I think this is easily has to be the highest rank S tier. And just for clarification, I'll be going left to right in terms of not really quality, but the suggestions I use to watch. Larp1TiKaL is, I don't know if it's exactly the inception of it all, but definitely they've got the biggest. They've become the biggest, especially with Markiplier. Actually, noticing in commenting on one of their videos the other day, maybe it was yesterday. I'm not really sure. You know, you sleep in and you miss 3 eras worth of content. Next up, we're gonna have LARP Alert Nation. And if you didn't know, like a lot of you rapscallions, when I was a wee little lad, a majority, maybe add or subtract a few people, was my main content basis circle I watched. And this, again, even though they've only had 2 episodes, this is 2 videos, sorry. I'm really looking forward because the entertainment value is actually there. I watched and had the biggest smile on my face. Uh, that like the biggest smile in a long, long time. Actually, that's not true. I saw My Chemical Romance the other month, but still. Actually, I'm hoping I want to further add. I'm hoping for a LARPated podcast because that stuff still makes me wet my jeans to this day. In fact, if you wanted, I could be a LARPC or LARPOSSL is LARPing, whatever you want to call it. Again, really great stuff. I hope that despite them being taken down once for whatever reason, you know, YouTube was just too menaced by Larpstar being back. I hope the notifications can be fixed for me at least. Yeah, next up we're gonna do Pasta Theory. Now, even though they don't have LARP in their name, do not be dissuaded. This is peak male, sorry, not peak male, peak LARP time. If you're looking for some of the original game theory stuff, this LARPer is it for you. They got the animations, they got the research you'll never fucking use, like you were in middle school. They got everything. LARP Beast 6000, the is something I'm also looking forward to as the time goes on. I hope that just like the actual Mr. Beast, uh, they get some funds. I would hate to see them actually become modern day Mr. Not to say the modern day Mr. Beast is bad or anything, but just doing wacky hijinks. I'm definitely looking forward to some of the stuff like that, and they're definitely looking like they're going in the right direction. So LARP Beast 6000, I salute you. Looking forward. First one that's not going to be S tier is LARP Gaming, and that's not to dissuade them from LARPing by any chance, but simply how I see it. If you're LARPing something, you're insinuating that something, the peak or pinnacle, or something has fallen off over time or has become obscure. Now, that's not to say that LARPness doesn't do this. Again, this is a fantastic LARPer. They do some pretty good edits, replicating the old stuff, and including just some videos Vanos doesn't do anymore, like COD trick shots, I think. I don't know, I'd have to brush up on my LARP history. But this would also insinuate that Vanos just doesn't make good or doesn't have Golden Age content anymore, which I heavily disagree. Vanos is still great to this day. In fact, I really love Evan Fong's music, which if you don't know is Vanos, I'd suggest you go check them out. Anyways, next up we have Tail, not to be confused with Tail, uh, or whatever the fuck. I'm not gonna have a stroke. Uh, the one that doesn't have the channel intros. So I don't know if that was a mistake because both of them have the same description, same profile logo. I don't know what's up with that. I put them. No, again, the LARP is really good. They recreate it to a T, but I just think the time for that content has really passed. I don't personally, this is of course objective, opinionated, but I don't see the content that once was. Next up, let me see here. And it's really hard. You know what else is? Anyway, carrying on. We're gonna have LARP Grumps. Again, one of the best LARPers. These first five, I'd go check them out. I'd subscribe. Keep an eye on them because they're some of the pinnacle of the game. LARP Grumps is like a white man's podcast. I don't even know what the fuck that means. But if you're just looking for some of that old Graham Grumps, you know, two guys sitting down on a couch, just fucking playing video games, chit chatting with some really like cool stuff. Not with cool stuff, but you know, I'm really looking for a nice conversation to listen. I definitely suggest them. Some great shit. Which I think is a little crazy because I'm sure there's a lot of channels like that out there. But I guess don't get too big. Maybe that's just me and my closeted taste. Next up, we have Larpus Dolan, or Dolan Larpus. I don't know what the fuck they're called. A problem I have, not really, again, I shouldn't say problem. This insinuates they're bad. Again, the LARPing is really well. They actually got the voice down to a T. But, like, I don't know about you, but if I just want to watch Dolan Darkus, which I never would, I just go watch Dolan Darkus. They still upload, I think, every fucking day. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while since I've checked on them, but they're still active. They've commented a few times on the channel on other Larptubers. Next up, we have Larp1TiKaL. Again, actually, if you want, you could put Larp1TiKaL by Pasta Theory, or in front of Pasta Theory, because again, it's really good. It's just, I don't know how else to tell you. If you're looking for old PewDiePie content, it's right there. Now, something I do want to bring up with these LARP tubers is some of them unfortunately don't have the highest quality mics, and I wish them the best in getting higher tier grade equipment, because that makes some of their stuff a little harder to listen to, even though they really do well. But yeah, go subscribe to Larp1TiKaL. I should have been saying that for everybody. We have Larpular. Shit, what's his? I'm sorry, there's like 5 different names for all these people. I have to look through my history. Oh yeah. Larpular MMOs. Again, actual S tier. I think they've perfected it. I don't know how else to say. I would want to bring up something they brought up in the comments of one of their own videos. They said they have a monotone voice. Now, my good sir, you don't have I wouldn't say you have a monotone voice. I actually think you hit the energy right on the money. But yeah, pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Next up, we're gonna go with Larp1TiKaL. Now, ignoring the drama that happened, I don't want to get into politics or anything, because unlike some people here, as if I'm not in the room by myself, I am over the age of 19, so I'm not really well invested in any internet drama, because I have a job. But anyways, I just didn't feel the energy with it. Like, I get what they were trying to do. It just was not, I just never saw it. Fuck, I'm gonna come. Yeah, I'm gonna come later. Next up, we're gonna do Larpius here. Now, I may have not been there on the first day, but I was there on the 3rd day. Just like Jesus, I rested for a few days. But by golly, the improvement I've seen with Larpius here is astronomical. Starting off with a bit of a more annoying voice than Leafy, no offense. They've quickly perfected the voice, and everything about Leafy is here. Yeah, I just can't. If you love Leafy, this is literally just Leafy again. Unfortunately, YouTube has little dick energy and loves censoring them. So they've had to tone their content a bit, which I think is really disappointing. But I really love Larpius here. That sounds so fucking gay. But keep it up, Larpy. I mean, I should be really... Okay. I don't know why I haven't done this sooner. You have Larp1TiKaL. And Well, I don't know how else to. See, I want to give Larp1TiKaL, sorry, Larp Penguin 0 here, I'm Larp1TiKaL, some credit here, because again, who doesn't like critical? But on the other hand, they fit into the rest of what I'm doing, not what I'm doing, but everything else over here. And I know that's like calling the kettle black when I myself am not black. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Because, well, 50 other people have already done this. 50 other people have already LARPed Penguin Z0. Well, I do want to give them some respect because they are one of the bigger channels out there. Kind of blew this up, and at least for me, they were the main ones that kind of made me want to, I don't know, LARP a little bit. Not like full-time LARP, but you get what I'm saying. Next up, we have, again, this is another one with like 50 different names. I have to pull up which one. Where are they? Am I stupid? I just had them right there. LARP, 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 LARP. Man, LARP is LARP is a word of all time. I think it's LARP1TDM. Where's the? Okay, here we go. Yeah, LARP1TDM. Now this is the one with the staircase aura monster. That I just, again, like with others, I feel like the energy needs a little more energy, but they've almost recreated to a T. And I hope that, you know, now they haven't uploaded in a few days, which scares me, but I'm definitely looking forward. They are on my radar for what's going to happen next. Oh, and I guess I should go on a little offset whim here. Something I've noticed, some of these Larptubers here, not going to point any names, but they just reuse actual imagery. I don't know how to feel about that. Personally, I would like LARPers to have something to stick out about themselves. You know, even if it's something silly as just replacing a word on the logo, or inverse the color, I guess. Some to help distinguish the real from LARP, because that's just me. We have Sky does LARPcraft. We're gonna put him. Actually, for the first time, we're gonna have a tie here. I think Sky does LARPcraft is exactly when I first heard about this. This is what I wanted to do. Is the mod showcases what I wanted to try and invest in, and again, the whole energy thing, and something is missing here and there, but literally for the most part, recreates it. If you wanted like old Sky does Minecraft, right there. I'm shocked I don't like them more. Maybe I've just grown out of Sky does Minecraft, but I used to love everything about him. Next up, we have Larp1TiKaL. Now, if you're missing, again, I guess I should put Larp1TiKaL with Larpy is here. Although I was definitely a bigger fan of the furry. Again, if you like them, if you like this content, just go check them out because they're just like up that alley. Oh shit, what's this? I've seemed to have forgotten somebody. You have Eat That Larp 445. Yeah, I don't think I need to say. Unfortunately, I do not see. Actually, I'm gonna have to move this down. I do not see bright things and Eat Dat Larp 445's future if who they're LARPing they actually go out. But who knows? I'd love to be proven wrong for this. Hopefully, they can break away from their ancestors' obsession curse with sweet, sugary treats. Oh, we also have some others here. You have Techno LARP. Now, this is a little dangerous. I understand that this is impersonating a person who has unfortunately passed away. However, that being said, they make it very clear that this is just for fans. They make no money and are simply doing it because they miss the content, and that really just shows this is just a continuation of Technoblade's content. So if you miss Technoblade and you want more of their content, again, I can't suggest that enough. We also have, oh boy, him with Larp1TiKaL. That's gonna be a little scary here. But another S tier. Again, this is actually better than some of these other ones. I'd go so far as to say they're about this good. Again, Old Tobuscus, right there. And finally, we have Larptubs. Larptubs, now, because they aren't as because they put that's not to insinuate that Larpias here and Larp1TiKaL don't put content into their or put effort into their stuff. Uh Unfortunately, it is just it's like the equivalent of LARP Penguin Zero, sorry, not LARP Penguin Zero, Penguin Z0. You're listening them to their voice and their funny comments that they make. LARP Dubs actually has some there, and especially with the commentary side, I'm a bit worried in how fast all of this will go for and how fast things will go, simply because they've already had a LARP cop made, which was really good. I definitely suggest it. Oh shit, what the fuck? But if you're wondering, this would be my list. That's about it. See ya.